Hello, everyone. My name is Pratik Oswal, and I'm very excited to talk to all of you about a new product, about two new funds that we're launching extremely soon. I am, for those who don't know me, I am heading passive funds at Motilal Oswal AMC. We have a whole host of passive funds across all categories, especially the international space where we are one of the market leaders. But today we're going to talk about two really, really interesting funds that we are coming across. The NFO period for these two funds will start on this Friday, which is the 19th of February, and this will go on till the 5th of March. So I look forward to all your support. So before I talk about the NFO, I wanted to start with a small story about how we came to these funds. Essentially, I do think that today one of the biggest problems for investors or issues with investors is the amount of choice people have in the industry. There's 5,000 funds out there. What do you choose? What do you select? How do you create a portfolio? How do you rebalance it? How do you construct it? It's all extremely confusing, especially for someone who's a DIY investor. So for that, we've come with two funds. These two funds are essentially called asset allocation funds. And they come in two options. They come in a conservative as well as an aggressive option. And so I'm very excited, and I do believe that any investor is actually, if he just buys one of these funds, he or she is actually good enough for them for their entire portfolio needs. You're essentially buying an entire portfolio in one single fund. So what are these funds? These are essentially funds which have multiple asset classes in a single fund. So today, if you look at our funds that we have a combination of domestic equity, which is we have a combination of international equity, we have a combination of the government security, which is debt, and we have a combination of gold in the entire fund. So you're essentially getting all four asset classes all in one fund. What is really unique about this fund is the fact that it's 100% passively managed. So there is no fund manager risk. There is no credit risks. We only use government securities in our fund. There is no market timing risk. So you don't have to worry about someone taking the call of how much to put in equity, how much to put in debt. We are completely static allocation. What that means is that if your portfolio has 60% equity, it will always be 60% equity. We have some portion of the portfolio which is given towards the S&P 500, which I think is a very popular fund, and it's one of the best international funds out there. So I'm going to talk about why these funds are really good in today's markets. If you look at today's markets, equity is at all-time high, debt is at all-time high, gold was last year's best asset class, and also international product is an all-time high. So essentially, it's very hard for an investor today to decide where to put his money. Very easy, because what we've seen is that all these four asset classes actually do not move together. So it's almost an impossible scenario that all four will go down together. So if tomorrow, say, Nifty falls down or if S&P falls down, you have the other three or other four asset classes which should protect you. A multi-asset fund is a great product for anyone looking to invest in the sort of markets we have today. This product is also self-rebalancing. So if an investor wants to do the same thing on his own, he would incur about 1.5 to 2% extra. But because the rebalance is completely tax-free, investors can actually expect higher returns as well. And obviously, the investors have options, but in fact, investors can have three options. They can have a conservative, aggressive, as well as a moderate if they combine the three ones together. So thank you so much. This has been great, and I look forward to all your support on these two funds. Thank you so much.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.